Get informed, educated, and entertained. And do not forget a little bit of motivation right here on The Open Book.
Radio for the people. We say good afternoon to you, and thank you, man, so very much for choosing to spend your afternoon with us. It has just gone 30 minutes after the hour of 1 o'clock. My name is Pops, and we're going to be with you, man, opening up this book, opening up this conversation right here on K Radio. How do you get a hold of us, man? How do you converse with us right here in the studio? We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as well as YouTube. And this here interview, you are going to be seeing it on our YouTube page. But on WhatsApp, if you want to be communicating with us, it is 074-080-1136. That is the WhatsApp line right here on K Radio. Good afternoon to you, as we did say. Now, 2 years back, there was a bit of an uproar, a bit of an uprising by the students. And I do remember, one particular reporter kind of likening it to 76, where students just decided enough is enough. And they took their struggles through, not necessarily to the streets as per se, but I mean, they made their struggles known, they made their pleas known, and that was the whole Fees Must Fall thing. It trended all around, it got our attention, it got everyone's attention, and the whole... Possibly, the entire country started speaking about it, and the plight of students that they do face when it does come to the fees that is paid at, or rather charged at the tertiary institutions, all right? And at some point, I think after that entire thing died down, it came down to, hey, but by the way, you do realize that we're focusing on university students. Nobody ever says anything about the TVET students, we're talking about the formerly FET colleges, which is now the Technical and Vocational Education and Training institutions. And, as an entity, we decided, look, let's start, kind of giving attention to the TVET institutions, and one in particular, Southwest Gauteng College, of which I'm proud to say this, and I'm quite happy to say this, that they're our partners, we're family, with the SWGC community, and as a college, as an institution, they've got campuses all around. Their head office is located in Molapo, which is out in Soweto. They've got 3 campuses in Soweto, 2 in Rooderport, 1 in Randburg, and they also have a Land is Wealth farm out in Sterkfontein. And the college is actually a real chronicle of college and training for communities in its wide attachment, or areas and beyond that. And Southwest Gauteng College rather is a public technical and vocational education training, and it is operating under the auspices of the Department of Higher Education and Training in terms of the Continuing Education and Training Act. And the college is actually accredited by Umelusi and several sector education and training authorities, which actually go on to offer education and training, and mostly within the FET band. Now, purpose of this here conversations, with the SWGC community is basically to, one, inform you, or rather, give you more information, about SWGC and the TVET colleges, and debunk certain myths, about colleges and everything else, but more particularly so, to get to know SWGC as a whole. What do they have to offer for us? And, what are they about? And is it an alternative to the university or not? Those kind of things. So we're going to be getting into that. We'll be getting to speak to college management, to campus management and all those kind of things, as well as the students that are at these institutions. Today, we do have Student Representative Council members right here in the studio with us. We're going to be introducing them to you in a moment. But for now, just a bit of a break. 2 Sipos in the studio with me. Sipo times 2. Sipo Mdima, who is the SRC president at the Rooderport West campus, all right, and he's also on the campus student representative body right there. So we'll get to find out those roles right there, as well as Sipo Nobatane, all right, yet another member of the Student Representative Council. Gents, how was it? No, Mari, King Gary, you guys are free of the mic. Shabuzit.
Number one, Pops.
Number one.
Number
Now
one.
we
Number
always
one.
ready.
Number one. Number one.
Now, let's start here firstly. Let's start here firstly. You know, who is Sipho Mdima?
Usipho kwakamdima ushanga uduma ukuthi umfazi mabele mathi wancelisa ngaphesheya komfula ngithi insizwa nje ehambule ithobile esabuye inkosi. I'm a man of God,
Sure.
a people's person. Yeah, that's basically who I am.
Born, raised, bred,
Oh, I was
butter
born
jammed.
I was born in KZN endaweni abathi Newcastle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, mostly my life I lived it in Joburg,
So,
but that's my home ground. Lentuzani Newcastle. I was raised in 1632 Ntwana Sethembise Mambisa. It's in a long section.
Sipho, you're a traveler, mfana. Suka le uya le na le pinduze ngapha. Benatali waza ngapha East Rand, and now you're in the West Rand.
Yes, that's true.
Where to next?
Looking at Cape Town.
And Rooderport West. That's the campus that you are at. That's the campus that you registered at.
Yes, that's my home ground. Ila vele yonke into eqale khona ukuthi ngiqala ukulead abantu ngibe part of SRC. That's where it started.
Sure.
Yes.
Registered there as a student, you're studying?
Basically, I'm doing electrical engineering.
Electrical engineering. How long do you still have left in terms of your studies?
I won't be specific on that. Basically, what I'm doing, I'm focusing on obtaining a government certificate of competency.
Okay.
So I've done the mechanical side of things. I'm doing electrical side of things. So overall, you need 19 subjects. So you cannot say how long, because the course timeline is 18 months, but the number of subjects that you need is more than the number of subjects offered at the time. So, but I'm hoping next year, first term, which is ending around March, I'll be fully done with my studies and going to the industry.
Mfana kanobathani?
Ewe tata, enkosi.
Where's home, Baba?
Like currently now or
Again, when you're a traveler.
no, I'm not a traveler now.
Sure.
No.
But where's home?
Elamikaya from Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
Ilalia eNqobo. Ilalia Senkalwini.
Okay.
Yeah, but then I was raised at Dobsonville,
All right.
Istanbul.
Where Lali?
Andibuye elalini kaloku. Kodwa ngoku currently I live at Tepiso.
Okay.
Yes. Aziyathatha like kaSlamakasi lelia.
Yeah, no. And where are you studying right now? Where are you registered to study, and what are you registered to study?
I study at Rooderport West campus,
Sure.
which is I'm doing electrical engineering N3. I'll be finishing my course next year.
Sure.
Around June, I think. Yeah, after I wanna do mechanical engineering. Then I think I'll be done with my studies after it.
Okay. Sipho times 2, that is who joins me in the studio today. It is the open book right here on K Radio, Radio for the People. Good afternoon to you. The SWGC campuses, either one, whether Rooderport, Soweto, either one, you can have a conversation with us right here in the studio. Speak to these gentlemen. They are your student representative councils at the end of the day. They are elected by you to represent you and to take up your cries. Now, gents, your portfolios.
Yes.
Let's get to your portfolios. I mentioned SRC President Rooderport West. You pulled a face. Why?
Basically, I'll correct you. They don't refer in campuses as president, but students normally call us president.
What are you referred to? What is the official title that you have?
My title is chairperson at campus, but currently I've left the ropes to Usipho Nobatani.
Okay.
He is the current chairperson of campus. Mina, I'm leading in college as the treasurer general of the college, minister of finance.
So as we speak right now, chairperson, but the students at Rooderport West elected you.
Yes,
You were
that's
elected
true.
the chairperson of the campus, right? Now talk to me how this whole thing works. The different campuses, they have a certain autonomy in a way, you know, from the college, but this is still part of the SWGC community. But the different campuses will go to elections, elect their representative councils,
Yes.
right? Then what happens?
Then after that, the 66 SRC, this year it was a bit different. Only top 5 had to go to Santin for a special voting where they will nominate the leadership of the entire college. People who will represent the whole college, where there is president, deputy president, secretary, deputy secretary, treasurer, academics general, events coordinator, gender and disability, health and safety, among other portfolios. But in overall, it's 11 portfolios.
This is campus. I mean college. Sorry,
That's college
so
level.
that's the college representatives that you guys are there, of which you're a part of that whole thing. So once you've been elected at campus level, then the students, then you go and kind of not enter, but I mean you become eligible to represent the college as per se.
Yes, correct.
Masipo, explain one thing to me quickly. SWGC, they've got campuses in Soweto, Randburg, Roodepoort, and Sterkfontein. Why Lago Santin? What are you guys doing in opulence? Yeah?
Yeah, that's a good question, but unfortunately I cannot answer because our manager decided that we have to go there. So we didn't have the input as such.
But was it an outing for the SRC? Was it a dinner? Was it a conference? Or what was it that takes you guys to Santon to go have that election there?
Okay, you can view it as the conference because that's where we elect the leadership of college.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of plans going forward for the college, do you guys go there and discuss those things right there and say, okay, fine, as the college 2018 or 2019, whatever it is, I know your term ends in Feb next year. So 2018, 2019, basically these 12 months, do you guys go there and discuss your plans for the year?
Basically, when we go there, we get inducted into different processes of the college, policies, constitution.
Sure.
So that's what happens. Then we come back, we sit down as the ESCO leadership, and we design a POA, program of action, for the entire college.
Okay, all right. Now, I've been an SRC member before myself. And me personally, I know it affected my studies.
Yes.
Because, and this was just on one campus. I was not, involved at a larger level. But I know it affected, in terms of my studies and everything. Let's be honest, gentlemen. How does being a student representative council member affect your studies?
Maybe we can say that Akiru, we know students do have problems.
Sure.
Like bursary issues, accommodation, all these things. Obviously, we have to deal with those problems. Akiru Luru, now we are students. We do know that we are students. While we are dealing with these problems, we are not attending classes, which affects our 80% attendance.
Sure.
That is monitored. We are behind in syllabuses.
Okay.
So it's a pressure, that thing. It's a pressure. What I can say is that we use our spare times, maybe like on Saturdays, Sundays, just to cover. that work esele emuva. But then the thing is 80% is a problem.
80% is a problem.
Yes,
And,
yes.
and I think, you know, a lot of tertiary institutions, that is the norm in any case, because I do remember my days as well, you know, we had an 80% attendance thing. But you know about your attendance requirements
Yes.
before you enter the SRC.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right? Before you decide to go represent students, you know about that whole entire thing. So don't you guys sit as an SRC body or you know, as students and try to devise ways around it that you are able to meet the 80% requirements and yet still be able to represent students as and when they are needed?
Yes, perhaps we do that. It's all about finding equilibrium. As a student and also as SRC, you have to find that balance.
Sure.
Hence, we allow others to go attend. Others, when they are free, they entertain the issues of students.
Okay.
So that student will always be represented. And another thing, most of the time we don't go to holiday. We are like working. If NCV is open and NATED is closed, we are at campus.
Okay.
If NCV is closed and NATED is at campus, we are always there. We make sure that there is representative at campus at all time.
Basically, NCV, NATED, these are the two study streams or programs
Yes.
that the college does
Yes.
provide. And obviously the timetables are not aligned.
Yes.
So that's just what you're mentioning right there. That I mean,
Yes.
you guys hardly ever get that break. But you know, my question comes down to now assignments, studies, and all those kind of things. You know, your time management basically, because I think, you know, it's one skill that you definitely need to have and be good at. How and when does that happen? And I mean, from a college point of view, from lectures and all those kind of things, is there any support that is given for you guys? Not special treatment, but is there any support from a college point of view that is afforded you guys?
In terms of that, I won't say that there is support. It depends on the relationship between you and the lecturer.
Mm-hmm.
Some they will support, some they won't, because there are those who are working against the SRC,
Sure.
and there are those who see that you are for student and they will try and assist you at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what we do. During our spare time or we are free, we go to the lecture and say, look, I'm behind, I don't understand this section, can you assist me?
Sure.
Then some are willing to assist. Some will tell you, I've long passed that chapter. So do you want me to go back? I won't treat you special. Go and study for your own.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we basically experience at times.
But then, and allow me here quickly just to play devil's advocate. You chose to go be on the SRC. As a lecturer, no, I didn't say go be on the SRC. You chose to go be there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, I did choose to be in SRC, but
Sure.
then if now I was in SRC, who was going to deal with student problems? The lecturer? No, that's the thing. Most problems that the students they are caused by lecturers most. So if I'm not there to help the student, who will help that student? So yeah, that's why I offered myself to be in leadership.
As an SRC member, I mean, and you guys have repeatedly throughout this particular conversation mentioned that you guys are there for students' concerns and everything else and all those kind of things. What are some of the concerns, what are the bigger concerns that you guys are faced with on a daily?
Basically, one of the biggest, we'll say, is NEFSAS.
Okay.
Because most of the students, they receive their allowance after the period of studies. Like we have trimester courses.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get a student attends and completes the course, and that's when he or she gets that allowance, the transport allowance, and is expected to attend 80%.
Sure.
How do you expect the student to come to class whereby you're not even giving them the allowance on time? That's what always happens each and every block.
Question comes out to this: the college policy on that. What is the college policy on fees and assistance to come and attend classes?
Basically, there I won't say there is a policy. The policy is designed by the head, the policy of 80%. The college is directed by NEFSAS. If NEFSAS...
When you say DHEAD, you're saying what? The Department of Higher
Oh,
Education and Training?
Yes.
Okay. So they design basically the academic program which the college has to align itself to.
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, even our financial aid office cannot pay allowance without receiving money from NEFSAS or without receiving list from NEFSAS. So the whole up it gets it becomes between NEFSAS and the office. If they don't deposit to the college, then the college can't pay student.
Sure.
And also one of the challenges that we have as student, we receive the allowance, but we fail to sign the SOP online. Without signing the SOP, that creates a break. In the next term, it is very difficult for you to receive your allowance because you haven't signed or committed yourself.
This SOP, what is it exactly?
I can say maybe it's a contract between you and the bursary.
So contract between student and
a
NSFAS.
Yes.
Okay. So I apply as a student. I come there, SWGC. I've come to study and whatever it is. I need financial aid. I apply to NSFAS.
Yes.
Right. My details and whatever it is that they do need, application forms are done. Come back. It's been approved.
Yes.
So before they pay off, what is it? I'm assigning this SOP.
Basically, NEFSAS, what they do, they'll send you an SMS
Okay.
saying sign SOP. But what they normally do, they work hand in hand with our Triple S. They will send a list of people that are funded and your allowances. Then you'll take a blue form, take it to the bank, they fill it in, they stamp it, you return it back to the financial office. Financial office will take it, send it back to head office, where the financial aid department will process the payment while you are still waiting for that SMS that will instruct you to sign the SOP.
Okay, sure. You mentioned Triple S. What is it? Student Support Services, no?
Yes,
Yes.
that's our student support services.
Okay. We'll come back to that one. Students, Triple S, SRC, and whatever. Because I mean, it's clearly structured, and we're trying to understand, obviously, your structures within the college. You know, that's just what it is. In case you are joining us right now, companion, it is the open book. 8 minutes just before the top of the hour, 2 o'clock. This right here is K Radio, Radio for the People. Joining us in studio right now is Sipho Ndima, who is as he says, the money man for SWGC, as is the college that is. He was elected the chairperson of student representative at the Southwest Gauteng Rooderport West campus. But he has since relinquished that because of his duties at college, and Sipho Nobatana, he's now taken over that role as the chairperson, not president. Just been corrected right here. Chairperson of the Student Representative Council at the Rooderport West campus, that is. The Southwest Gauteng College, particularly so student services, Student Representative Council. I do have two representatives right here, student representative councils, members with us right here in the studio, Sipho Ndima, who is the Treasurer General of the college, as well as Sipho Nobatane, who is the chairperson of the Rooderport West campus, that is. Gents, earlier on we mentioned Triple S, which is the Student Support Services.
Yes.
I need to understand one thing quickly. SRC, Triple S, what's the purpose? Or what's the difference of the two bodies, and what is the purpose of SRC1 and the Triple S?
Basically, I can say Triple S, as it states, student support services.
Sure.
In each and every case, a student faces maybe accommodation, like these things of bursary things. The triple S officer assist with it. Even if the student do not have transport money, the student support must consult the management to assist that student. Runa is SRC. We must consult triple S firstly before we engage problems of students. Then the triple S will take it from there to the management. That's the process.
Oh, you're confusing people.
Okay. In simple terms, SRC, we are there to represent students' views. We are there for students, by students.
Sure.
Simple. Then we come to Triple S. Triple S basically focuses on the entire students as the whole of the campus. They assist in bursaries. They assist in anything that concerns students. And they also sit in disciplinary committees to advocate for students. So basically we'll say it is one office in a way.
Who elects the Triple S?
The Triple S is not elected but appointed permanently.
By who? No, but who, if you guys are saying, as the SRC members, you guys are elected by students. The two of you, as you suggest, students of SWGC Rooderport West have elected you to the positions that you currently hold right now. Triple S. And the reason why I ask is, to me, it sounds like the same thing, SRC and Triple S.
Triple S.
So if you guys are elected by the students, then who appoints, or as you say, they're not elected, who appoints that office? Who gives that office the mandate?
I don't want to say something that will mislead, but I understand that they are being appointed by the department. They work for the department.
Okay.
Then they are placed in different campuses.
Okay.
That's how they get appointed.
Your working relation as an SRC member, your relationship with the Triple S members on your particular campus, how is that relationship right there? Because I am guessing that you need to be having a good relationship with the Triple S members. If you are both there to represent students, right? If you are both there to look out for students, then clearly there must be some sort of a relationship with you guys.
Our relationship, will say, is a work in process. Previously, we were working parallel. They viewed us as we are there to nail them or police them. But we are getting there slowly. As we said, this is the year of Triple S. That's our slogan this year of student support. We are clear on that.
Sure.
So we are trying to build on that. Because now when we got to office, maybe there were people ababanyatele ama cons previously. So Triple S disliked SRC, but we are getting the work in progress.
When you guys say year of Triple S, what is it basically? So, you guys decided to come into office, say year of Triple S. Are you trying to mend the relationship that the SRC has with Triple S? Are you guys trying to smooth out the little bumps that have been there with Triple S?
Yeah, with the year of student support, we are trying to fix. We're trying to mend, and we're trying to ensure that we work as one, because we've seen that we previously were working parallel against each other, which was not even assisting students, and students were affected by the working relationship between Triple S and SRC.
Okay. People, we're going to take a bit of a break. We're back on the other side of this right here.
The Open Book, giving you the truth and solutions only on K Radio.
SRC College, at college level, 2018. Your portfolio is Treasurer General. What are your plans for the remainder of your term?
Perhaps that's a good question.
Sure.
For the remainder of the term, actually, I'd like to see us getting more partners to the college. I'd like us to get sponsors, especially for those students with disability,
Sure.
who are blind, who are carrying expensive laptops every day, who have to walk to the taxi ranks. I'd like us to have our own taxi shuttle that will take them straight home, or even get accommodation for them, a rest for them. Because in my view, it is not safe for those students to walk around with expensive equipment, to taxi ranks.
Sure.
And most of them, especially in Dobsonville, some they have late classes, they have to walk. So that's my plan, to get more partners, more sponsorships, and to actually start the feeding scheme. If we can get someone who will say, hey guys, I'm ready to sponsor the TVET student with feeding scheme. Because with us, we are not treated equally as university, where they get food allowance, they get accommodation, they get transport. We don't get that. And there are students who don't even have parents. Some of them, they come to campuses without even eating something. And you know, if you are hungry, you can't study, you can't focus.
Okay.
So my plan is just getting someone there, so that when I leave, actually I would have left something for the college.
Okay. At college level, Sipho, you being the chairperson, Rooderport West, what are your plans for the remainder of your term?
Yeah. My plans as a chairperson of Rooderport West, I would like to see Rooderport West succeeding, empowering and encouraging those students who suffer and struggle to come to the campus. Those students who stay far from the campus, who are traveling more than 10 kilometers just to be there to study at campus. Also to empower our top students, as we did this year. Top 10 students from Rooderport West went to China. As we are speaking now, they are at China. And to implement this thing of accommodations, because some of the students are suffering because of accommodation. Some students are from different province, so we can't say they must go back there. So this thing of accommodation must be implemented in our college.
Okay. Gentlemen, as I said, man, the conversation is not going to end right here. To anybody that is listening, especially SWGC students, let the conversation continue on social media and all the, our social media platforms at Real K Radio, Twitter, Instagram, as well as Facebook. That is where we are. You can send us through your WhatsApps, but I'm sure, go through to the offices of your SRC on your different campuses, Rooderport West, you know what I mean? These two gentlemen are here. Go through to the offices, make your concerns known. These are your representatives. Let them work. Put them to work. On that note, that's where we're going to leave it for now. But as I said, we're going to have a part 2 of that whole thing right there. Gents.
Turul's.
Amanda.
You know, this is K Radio.